Energy Code is a set of regulations that establish minimum energy efficiency standards for buildings. These codes are developed by state and local authorities to reduce energy consumption and greenhouse gas emissions. The specific requirement for airtight cans likely stems from Section R403.21 of the Energy Code, which pertains to air leakage. Ceilings and walls that separate conditioned spaces from unconditioned spaces or outdoors, and walls between different conditioned spaces shall be constructed and sealed to limit air leakage. In a ranch-style house, the first floor ceiling separates the conditioned living space from the unconditioned attic. Therefore, according to the code, the ceiling must be sealed to limit air leakage. ALO H7 ICT cans are airtight when installed with their integral airtight gaskets. However, if they are not properly installed, or if the gaskets are not intact, they may not provide adequate air sealing. Based on the information provided, an inspector is correct in requiring airtight cans for the first floor of a ranch-style house. This requirement is in compliance with the Energy Code, which aims to reduce energy loss through air leakage. To resolve an inspection failure, 1. Ensure that the Halo H7 ICT cans are properly installed with intact gaskets. 2. Consider using a different model of airtight IC cans. 3. Consult with a licensed electrician or energy auditor to verify the code requirements and discuss alternative solutions. The International Energy Conservation Code, known as IC, is the most widely adopted energy code in the United States. Local jurisdictions may have specific amendments or additional requirements to the IC. It is always advisable to check with your local building department for the most up-to-date code requirements. Air leakage in buildings can significantly impact energy efficiency, leading to increased heating and cooling costs. The Energy Code aims to minimize this air leakage through various measures, including the use of airtight can lights in ceilings that separate conditioned and unconditioned spaces. When selecting can lights, it's crucial to consider their airtightness rating and ensure they meet the requirements of the Energy Code. Look for can lights that are specifically designed and labeled as airtight. Proper installation is essential for ensuring that airtight can lights effectively prevent air leakage. Follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully and ensure that all gaskets and seals are properly installed and intact. During an energy audit, a professional will assess the building's energy performance and identify areas where air leakage can be reduced. This can include checking the installation of can lights and recommending improvements. There are several types of can lights available, each with different features and benefits. Some can lights are designed for new construction, while others are designed for retrofit applications. It's important to choose the right type of can light for the specific application. In addition to airtight can lights, there are other measures that can be taken to reduce air leakage in ceilings, such as sealing any gaps or cracks around wiring and plumbing penetrations. The Energy Code also includes requirements for insulation levels in ceilings and walls. Proper insulation can help to reduce heat loss in the winter and heat gain in the summer, further improving energy efficiency. When choosing insulation, it's important to consider the R value, which is a measure of its resistance to heat flow. Higher R values provide better insulation. The Energy Code may also include requirements for ventilation. Proper ventilation is important for maintaining indoor air quality and preventing moisture buildup. There are several types of ventilation systems available, including natural ventilation, mechanical ventilation, and hybrid ventilation systems. The Energy Code is constantly evolving to reflect advancements in energy efficiency technology and practices. It's important to stay up to date in the latest code requirements to ensure that your building is in compliance. Local building departments are responsible for enforcing the Energy Code. They may conduct inspections to verify that buildings are being constructed and renovated in accordance with the code. Failure to comply with the Energy Code can result in fines or other penalties. In some cases, it may be necessary to make changes to the building to bring it into compliance. The Energy Code is an important tool for reducing energy consumption and greenhouse gas emissions. By understanding and complying with the code, building owners and contractors can help to create more energy efficient and sustainable buildings. When selecting an electrician or energy auditor, it's important to choose a qualified professional with experience in energy efficiency and building codes. Ask for references and check their credentials before hiring them. Energy-efficient buildings can save money on utility bills and reduce their environmental impact. By investing in energy-efficient technologies and practices, building owners can create more comfortable, healthy, and sustainable buildings. In addition to the Energy Code, there are other programs and incentives available to promote energy efficiency in buildings. These programs may offer rebates, tax credits, or other financial incentives for installing energy-efficient equipment or making energy-efficient improvements. The Energy Code is not just about saving energy. It's also about improving the quality of life for building occupants. Energy-efficient buildings are typically more comfortable, healthy, and safe. They can also have a higher resale value. The Energy Code is a complex and multifaceted set of regulations. It's important to consult with qualified professionals to ensure that your building is in compliance. By working together, building owners, contractors, and code officials can create a more energy efficient and sustainable built environment. When choosing lights, consider the color temperature of the light. Color temperature is measured in Kelvin and affects the appearance of the light. Lower Kelvin temperatures produce warmer, more yellowish light, while higher Kelvin temperatures produce cooler, more bluish light. The Energy Code may also include requirements for lighting controls. Lighting controls can help to reduce energy consumption by automatically turning off lights when they are not needed. There are several types of lighting controls available, including occupancy sensors, daylight sensors, and timers. The Energy Code also addresses the efficiency of HVAC systems. HVAC systems account for a significant portion of the energy consumption in many buildings. The Energy Code sets minimum efficiency standards for HVAC equipment and requires that HVAC systems be properly sized and installed. The Energy Code also includes requirements for water heating. Water heating is another significant energy user in many buildings. The Energy Code sets minimum efficiency standards for water heaters and requires that water heaters be properly insulated. The Energy Code also addresses the use of renewable energy sources. Renewable energy sources, such as solar and wind, can help to reduce reliance on fossil fuels and lower carbon emissions. The Energy Code may include incentives for using renewable energy sources in buildings. The Energy Code is an ongoing process. As new technologies and practices emerge, the Energy Code will continue to evolve to reflect these advancements. It's important to stay informed about the latest changes to the Energy Code and to adapt your building practices accordingly. The Energy Code is a collaborative effort. It involves input from building owners, contractors, code officials, and other stakeholders. By working together, we can create a more energy efficient and sustainable built environment for future generations. When dealing with the Energy Code, documentation is key. Keep records of all energy efficient equipment installed, inspections performed, and any modifications made to ensure compliance. This documentation will be helpful during future inspections or when selling the property. Many states and municipalities offer resources and training programs on the Energy Code. These programs can help building professionals and homeowners understand the code requirements and best practices for energy efficiency. The Energy Code often references specific standards and guidelines from organizations like the American Society of Heating, Refrigerating and Air Conditioning Engineers, or ASHRAE, and the Illuminating Engineering Society, or WISE. Familiarity with these organizations and their publications can be beneficial. Building codes, including the Energy Code, are in place to protect the health, safety, and welfare of building occupants. Compliance with these codes ensures that buildings are designed and constructed to meet minimum standards for safety and energy efficiency. The cost of energy-efficient upgrades can often be offset by the savings on utility bills over time. Energy-efficient buildings are not only good for the environment but also good for the bottom line. When designing or renovating a building, consider the long-term costs and benefits of energy-efficient features. A life cycle cost analysis can help you make informed decisions about energy efficiency investments. The energy code is not just about individual buildings. It's also about creating more sustainable communities. By promoting energy efficiency in buildings, we can reduce our reliance on fossil fuels, lower carbon emissions, and create a more sustainable future for all. Understanding the energy code and its requirements is essential for anyone involved in the construction or renovation of buildings. Whether you are a building owner, contractor, or code official, taking the time to learn about the energy code will help you create more energy efficient, sustainable, and compliant buildings. The inspector's role is to ensure compliance with the code and to protect the public interest. While it may be frustrating to fail an inspection, remember that the inspector is working to ensure that buildings are safe and energy efficient. It is always best to address any issues promptly and to work with the inspector to achieve compliance. There are a number of resources available to help you understand the energy code and its requirements. These resources include the energy code itself, as well as online resources, training programs, and consultations with qualified professionals. By taking advantage of these resources, you can ensure that you are fully informed about the energy code and its requirements. The energy code is a dynamic and evolving set of regulations. It is important to stay up to date on the latest changes to the code to ensure that your building practices are in compliance. You can stay informed about the latest changes to the energy code by subscribing to industry publications, attending training programs, and consulting with qualified professionals. In addition to Airtight lights, there are other types of lighting fixtures that can help you meet the requirements of the energy code. These fixtures include LED lighting, compact fluorescent lighting, and high-efficiency fluorescent lighting. LED lighting is a particularly energy-efficient option that can save you money on your utility bills. When choosing lighting fixtures, it is important to consider their energy efficiency rating, their light output, and their color temperature. You should also consider the overall design of the lighting system and how it will complement the architecture of the building. The energy code also includes requirements for the installation of ducts and pipes. Proper installation of ducts and pipes can help to reduce energy loss and improve the efficiency of HVAC and water heating systems. When insulating ducts and pipes, it is important to use the correct type of insulation and to follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully. You should also seal any gaps or cracks in the insulation to prevent air leakage. The energy code also addresses the use of building materials. The energy code may require the use of specific types of building materials that are energy efficient and sustainable. When selecting building materials, it is important to consider their R-value, their durability, and their environmental impact. You should also choose building materials that are appropriate for the climate in which the building is located. The energy code is a complex and multifaceted set of regulations. However, its main goal is to ensure efficient and sustainable buildings that prioritize both energy saving and sustainability. In summary, to tackle the initial problem of failing an inspection due to non-airtight lights, firstly, ensure proper installation of existing lights with intact gaskets. Secondly, explore alternative airtight light models. Thirdly, seek professional guidance from electricians or energy auditors for tailored solutions. And lastly, remember to prioritize checking local building departments for the most current and specific code requirements in your area.